they're big, they're hairy, and they move like lightning. That's the thing that gives you the heebie-jeebies. They don't have easing frames, right? They are either still or they are at full pace. Greg says, my best spider story was I was working late one night and there was a huntsman the size of my palm on the wall, and we just chilled together for a few hours, and then I took him outside at 2:30 a.m. See, it's not funny when you're not afraid of them. That's just sort of fine. I'll tell you about one time where I did, the main other time where there was a huntsman on the car, and it was very similar to that one from the other night, but it had a more hilarious ending with a more MacGyver solution to it. And I was trying to recreate it in the one from the other night, which is when I was driving to work one day, and it was raining, and I'm sitting there in peak hour traffic, not able to move. I need to go around the edge for this one, so windscreen side window. So I'm sitting there in the rain, not really driving much, and the spider is trying to crawl up the window like this, but it's slippery, so it slips back down again, and then it tries again, crawls up, slips back down, tries, slips, and it just does this for ages. So it's just slowly inching its way to the right because it keeps slipping before it can get to the top. And I'm contemplating, do I want to boop it? That's kind of mean, because I do understand and respect that huntsmen are harmless, and that, they do more good than they do harm. It's just that they're fast and creepy. It's not a justified reason. But okay, no one's died from a spider bite in Australia for I think like 30 or 40 years. But I am willing to bet that there have been a decent number of spider-related deaths almost exclusively from them causing car accidents. So I think it is warranted to want to boop them. But I also don't like murdering anything that makes a thud sound when you drop it. It makes me feel weird. Okay, so it gets to about here. It's nearly out of range of the wipers, but not quite. So I'm like, okay, I think that will be enough for a wiper to nudge it off the edge without smearing it. And it does. It boops it off the edge. But because it's wet and it's clinging, it comes around to the edge like this. I'm sitting here watching this happen in complete horror. It swings around to the edge, and I see it do this. I see it clamber over the edge, trying to grab onto the windowsill, and then slips and falls down. And I'm just like, oh my god. It's on the door now. I can never leave the car again. What the hell am I gonna do? So, in probably the single smartest move I've ever made in my life, I reach over for the little control on the side of the door. It's got a little D-pad on it, and you can see where I'm going with this now. It activates the mirror control and tilts it down all the way so that I can see this, so I can see the side of my own car with the door on it. And I just give it this full scan up and down just to be like, okay, he's gone, he's safe. But even then I leapt out, and I spent probably a good few minutes G'ing myself up to be able to jump out of the car. Whew. Really makes you feel alive, doesn't it? I'm looking at my views here. Check this out. So you can tell that my audience is here just for the tutorials, right? Because we've got pretty decent engagement, hovering probably around, mid to low 30s most of the time. Then I start telling my silly spider story and it drops off to half that amount. Oh man. I was thinking about making more animated skits and stuff for the channel. Maybe that right there is evidence that I shouldn't. Getting sulky. Thanks for watching. Consider following my Twitter for upcoming stream times and topics. Hey, maybe your question or suggestion or whatever will become a video topic of its own, like this one. Previous unedited full streams, as well as any relevant working files if there happens to be any, are available to my lovely patrons. Links for all that stuff and that are in the description. Yay! Okay, bye.